You get kind of sick and tired of rules that are given to you from the moment you're like that small. And I'm talking about rules like the rules from your school, rules from your parents, rules from your religion, rules from your work, from your school, from, the society that you live in, your culture, your gender. Perhaps those rules are really working for you incredibly well and you are the most blissful, happy individual there is. Or perhaps some of these rules might be actually holding you back or making you unhappy in one way or another. And maybe it is time for you to start making your own rules. So I thought of this about, umpteen years ago and decided that the vast majority of the rules that have been given to me didn't apply to me any longer, or at least they weren't the reasons what I woke up every morning excited about life. So I decided to create my own, and without belittling the ones that were given to me, it's just that I've evolved and I no longer need them, and I'm making my own. So I created my own set of rules based on the rules and the things that I have learned from a lot of guides out there, including the Dalai Lama, and make my own set of 10 rules. I revised that particular book of rules about 3 to 4 months just to make sure that, they're not really wrong and they're not actually against my values if the values have changed or if my ideals have changed. So I created these 10 rules, not for you to actually follow them, but for you to perhaps get some ideas as to whether or not the rules that you're currently following are working for you, are making you happy, and perhaps you want to change them or create hybrids between those old rules and the new rules in order for you to live in peace and happiness with the rest of the world. And so I wanted to share them with you. Here they are. Rule number 1. All living creatures deserve happiness and safety. That just works for me. It's not just humans that deserve to be happy and safety and healthy. I just believe that every living creature should live the life that they intend to live, and we should not be the ones causing them any suffering or any, undue whatever negative. Rule number 2. Take responsibility for everything, your actions, your words, yourself. Not everything, but certainly everything that comes from you. Everything, every thought that you produce, every action, every choice you make will affect you today, in 5 hours, in 5 days, and in a year and in 50 years. So just take responsibility for every single one of those actions. Rule number 3. See both sides of the argument before making a judgment call. We're seeing that a lot in social media lately. We get really outraged about something and then we just realize that what we thought originally wasn't what we thought originally, and now we burn. And while I love that people are passionate and excited and speaking out about injustices and suffering, we might want to take a beat and hopefully get as much information as possible before we go out there and be aggressively judgmental about something or other. Rule number 4, great achievements involve a great risk and a healthy dose of fear. I can tell you this as an entrepreneur. I can tell you this as an immigrant in the United States. I can tell you this as a daughter, as a partner, as a business partner, as a friend. Every decision that you make that requires that leap, that growth, is going to take some risks and it's going to be scary. Otherwise, I'm not sure that it's actually that important or that life-changing for you. Rule number 5, embrace your fear, not the other way around. I love this one because as someone that is afraid of almost anything out there, I have had to train myself to say, it is okay for the fear to be there, but I am embracing it and controlling it, and it's mine for me to actually make it this teeny tiny or really, really big and let it control myself. But I'm not going to let fear actually embrace me. It's not gonna be that way. Rule number 6, practice the 2-1 rule. Listen twice as often as you talk. So the 2-1 rule is very simple. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen, 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 talk. Listen, listen, talk. Listen, listen, talk. Rule number 7, change is part of you and it's a darn good thing. Yeah, you're not the same human that you were a year ago. Not emotionally, not intellectually, not physically. You don't need to worry about change because it is part of you. It comes natural to you. Embrace it. It's a good darn thing. Rule number 8, if things don't go your way, take a step off, regroup, replan, redo. This is, to me, super important because, especially because in the line of work that I do, I see a lot of people that are depressed, that feel that they are a failure and that there's no hope in life for them. And nothing could be farther from the truth. We fail all the time. We have been failing for years and we get up and walk one foot in front of the other until we get to that goal. Rule number 9, don't hold anger for others in your soul. That anger only hurts you. Yeah, you know that, like you hold a grudge and you're super upset and that's living right here, but the other person is perfectly happy living their life, managing their own drama and doing their own thing. Meanwhile, you're just sitting here super upset about something that you could actually solve by a few conversations. Rule number 10, be a lifelong student. Every day, find a new lesson to enrich your life. Yeah, every day you learn something new, right? You come to videos like this and you check it out and you try something and then you realize that you learned it. So it's a great rule to live by. Just strive for knowledge. Get out there and just look at the other side of the coin and just question all your beliefs and your systems until you find something that actually works for you. Life is full of really not so great things, but life is also full of amazing things. And all that goodness doesn't have to be limited to only a few. It can be yours too. Thank you so much for listening. Leave a comment if you have other rules that are amazing to live by. Make sure that you share this video with all of your friends all over the internet and that you subscribe for more tips and a jolt of motivation for your healthy, happy, and beautiful life. See you soon.